I get this question so much. What is your sexuality? So I identify myself as what's good, Italy team? It's your girl Totally Tossed Up in our building, and y'all already know. And today we're gonna be doing a Q&A. I haven't did a Q&A since last year, and I feel like some of my answers has changed since last year, so it's definitely time to do an updated Q&A. So I told you guys to ask me some questions in my YouTube community tab, and y'all asked me some good questions, so I'm kind of looking forward to answering them today. Before we get into this video, y'all already should know your girl saw eyelashes and skincare products. Okay, as you can see, the skin is glowing, the highlight is gleaming, and the lashes is just flourishing. I am wearing the Ultra Glam 4D and the lip gloss and everything going right now. So definitely go check me out in the description box below. And don't forget, we are selling press-on nails now that my mother makes, handmade. Okay? So bomb. I'm so proud of her. And lastly, we sell sample sets for our skincare line for only $10. So if you're interested in trying the skincare line, definitely go check that out. And you'll be about to get into this video. What are some good self-love tips for dark-skinned girls? And do you ever watch content about colorism on YouTube? So I'm gonna be honest with you. It took me a minute to love my complexion. I didn't start loving my complexion until I was like a junior in high school. But I'll say the tips that helped me was watching other black women embracing their skin color, which helped me to embrace mine. And to answer your other question is, do you ever watch content about colorism on YouTube? I used to, but not anymore. Why is your butt so flat? I'm gonna answer this question for once and for all. This is the story time. So while God was making me, right, he had a cup of juice of butt. He had a cup of juice of boobs. So he put the butt juice down, and he was holding the boob juice. This the bowl. He was pouring it, and, he put it down, and he was whipping it. But while he was whipping the bowl, he ended up spilling my butt juice over. He looked over the counter and was like, dang, I spilled the butt juice. I'm gonna clean it up later. I'm gonna put the butt juice in there eventually. So he kept on whooping, whooping me up, and he put me in the oven. But when he realized that I was done in the oven, he looked over the counter and was like, oh my gosh, I forgot to put the butt juice in there. Damn. And then he realized, like, well, at least I put some extra personality in there with her, so she don't need that butt anyway. And that's why I have a flat butt. Okay? Are you a bulldagger? Please look it up. I didn't know I look like a bulldagger for you to ask that question. I guess I am. If you ask that question. Have you ever been bullied? Yes. I was mainly bullied for my weight, for having a flat ass chest and a flat ass butt, just looking like this. This was my head right here, and this was my body. Nothing. But, a girl blew up on them in my high school years, and my body came from looking like this to looking like this. Okay? And that's the boobs. Even though I still got the butt, they couldn't talk about me no more because your girl had gained some boobs and a little bit of weight on her. And guess what? The people that was talking smack about me, about my weight, they're fat now. Are you mixed with anything? By the way, you're so beautiful, baby girl. Thank you, baby. And yes, I'm actually insert a clip right here of me answering that question. I am quite a mix. I got a lot of mixtures going on. Like, I'm mixed with African and American. Yeah, crazy, right? Boy, if you don't... How do you feel about everything going on in the world? To be honest, Pluto me please, Mars me please, all the police brutality, this coronavirus shit. Damn. Let me visit Mars real quick. Let me stay there until all this stuff over. Let me visit y'all. If you haven't started YouTube, what would you want to be, and are you planning on having kids in the future? If I haven't had my YouTube channel, I don't even know what the hell I'll be doing. I most likely will still be in college, and Totally Tossed Cosmetics will probably exist but not be in a position that it is now, because before my channel blew up, Totally Tossed Cosmetics was having no sales, and oh my gosh, like, I don't even want to get into that. Like, it didn't have no sales coming in. The only sales that I was having was the people from my school. If it wasn't for my YouTube channel blowing up how it did, Totally Toxic Cosmetics would not be existing right now. And to answer the second question, I really don't plan on having kids in the future. But if I do decide to have a kid, I would adopt, and I would adopt a boy. I personally wouldn't have kids of my own. I don't know, maybe shit would change. Do you plan on doing this YouTube stuff for a whole minute, or are you quitting sometime soon? I do see myself doing YouTube for a while. Of course, not doing the same content. I do see myself switching my content like really soon. To answer your second question, yes, I did thought about quitting YouTube like recently, and recently I mean like 2 weeks ago. And it's because you know, I started to let negative comments get into my head to the point that it's like, dang, do I really want to do this YouTube stuff? But then I had to think to myself, why is I'm letting these negative people tear me down when it's a whole bunch of people that mess with me and mess with my content? Like, whatever you do, either it's YouTube or anything, it's always going to be some haters sitting in your corner just watching you. And I had to think like that, like, hold up, I'm not about to quit this YouTube shit. I love my YouTube family too much to just up and quit like that. So yeah, I did thought about quitting YouTube, but no, I'm not quitting YouTube no time soon. Would you rather be able to make anyone fall in love with you, or be able to make yourself fall out of love? I don't have the ability to fall in love with anybody, but I'll probably rather have the ability to make anyone fall in love with me. Where is Travis? Travis is down the hall. He's laying around being a bum. He just came from the thrift store, and I don't know what he brought from the thrift store, because you need money to go to the thrift store. So he better not be stealing money from me. What your natural hair looks like? I don't think I ever really showed y'all my natural hair. Y'all only see it when it's in a bun, but I'm gonna put a picture of it right here. That's how my natural hair looks like. I really don't like wearing my natural hair out, only because it's a lot for me to do. If you were to date an old guy for $10,000, would you? But the old man has corona, love you totally and love you more. It would have to be a little bit more money. It gotta be at least 50 grand or 100 grand, you feel me? But I'm not about to be dating no old ass guy for $10,000. I get this question so much. What is your sexuality? So I identify myself as a romantic. If you guys don't know what that is, a romantic is a person that doesn't experience a romantic attraction towards anybody. I never realized it had a name for it until maybe recently, a couple months to a year ago. I realized the term, and I was like, dang, that's really me right there. And I never told nobody about it. Because I felt like it was weird for me to be that way. And I came in situations where I had liked someone and they liked me back, but as soon as they liked me back, all that shit just disappeared. I was like, oh hell no, I don't even like it no more. And it's not because the type of person that they were, I just didn't want to interact in that way, okay? Because I always love the idea of dating, and you know, I love the idea of people getting married, but when that stuff comes to reality, to me, I'd be like, ugh, like hell no, back your ass up. And it's not because I haven't found the right person yet. It's not that. I really have that strong feeling of not wanting to be romantically attracted to the person. If you guys want me to make a video talking about it a lot more, then just let me know in the comment section below. Yeah, this is my first time actually opening up about it. Question: what was the most embarrassing thing that ever happened to me in high school? I feel like this happened to almost every girl, but if it didn't happen to you, then you're blessed. So I was in high school, 9th grade year. I was on my period, and I ended up having a period stain on my butt. It was a little dot. But we was wearing uniform, and our uniform was khaki, light khaki pants, and a white shirt. So them light khaki pants made that little red dot noticeable. So, you know, I'm walking, and one of my friends was like, you got something on your butt. Hearing those words is like, what? Like, my heart dropped to my butt. Like, what you mean something on my butt? So she pulled me to the bathroom, was like, you know, you got like, you know, a wristband on your butt. And I was like, oh my God, Lord, thank you for letting me know. And I didn't bring a sweater nor nothing that day. So she was a real one, bro. She was one real ass girl. She let me borrow her sweater. I think she told me to have it, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure. I think she told me to have it. I mean, I can understand why she told me to have it, but I believe it was the end of the day because we only had one class after that. So yeah, she was a real one. A real one. Can you please make a vlog channel or put vlogs on this channel? My life is boring as hell for me to have a vlog channel, but I will start doing vlogs because I feel like my life is going to start getting more interesting after this corona shit and after I get my license, because a girl still don't got her license and I'm 20 years old. I know, crazy, right? But after I get my license, I feel like my life is going to be like on the road. What's your favorite TV show? My favorite TV show right now, y'all, is 90 Day Fiance. If y'all don't watch that, get out my face, man. What's your biggest pet peeves? I got a lot of pet peeves, but I feel like my biggest one is being rushed. I hate being rushed. Don't rush me. If I'm taking my time, let me take my time. In my ideal travel, I would love to travel California, but I don't even know what I'll do out there if I go out there, because I don't know nobody out there. Like, I'll probably just go out there just to be out there. You feel me? I don't know. Who's your favorite singer, male and female? My favorite female singer is Summer Walker, and my favorite male singer, I don't even know. Why don't you live in Philly anymore? The reason why I don't live in Philly anymore is because my mother wanted to have a fresh start in my junior year of high school. I was so mad at her. I was like, oh hell no. I'm a city girl and now I got to try to adapt into this southern lifestyle. That wasn't sitting right with me for like a whole year. Do you attend college or planning to? If so, what would you like to study? I'm not attending college. I don't plan on going back to college. But while I was in college, I was majoring in business. Do you have any tips for anyone wanting to start a YouTube channel, kind of what you do? How can we make it original and still funny but not copy you? So I feel like everybody's YouTube channel is different. Me personally, I make monkey at ye content, but that's what people like me for. Far as though with another person, they might like another person for their vlogs, and they might like another person for their reactions, or another person for this reason. So I guess it's up to you. Like, you can like what I do, but you just gotta see what your audience might like. They might not like you doing ye videos. If you want to do original ideas, my tip for you is to actually sit down and listen to classical music, because that's what I do. When I need some ideas, I sit down and listen to classical music, or I talk to a close family member of mine. What made you want to start your business? Love you, queen. Love you more, hunty. So Sexuality Cosmetics was basically created when I first got my YouTube check, and that was like maybe over a year ago now. As soon as I got my money, my mom was like, you know, you should invest some of that money into something else. And I was like, damn, that's a good idea, so I'm gonna do that. So, you know, I put some of my money into buying lashes. Of course, my mom and my aunt helped put money in as well. In the beginning, we were just selling lashes, and yeah, that's how it was created. Shout out to my mother and my auntie, period. Who inspired you to come up with your channel? So what inspired me to come up with my channel is me moving to North Carolina, because when I first moved down here, I was a loner, and I felt like me having a YouTube channel was a way for me to have some type of fun. When is your birthday and zodiac sign? My birthday is May 9th and my zodiac sign is a Taurus. So shout out to all the other Taurians out there. Comment down below if you're a Taurus. Put the little bull sign and whatnot. We lit and we rare. How did you come up with your YouTube name? So I always wanted to incorporate my height into my YouTube name, so I was like, you know what, let me just name myself Tall but add the I to the end, and then add my nickname to it. So that's how Tolly Tati came about. What has been your favorite monkey app video you have done? I feel like towards the time I first started doing it, like when I first started doing the period blood prank and the switch my waist prank, the choking prank, they'll always be my favorite videos, for real. I mean, when I do monkey app videos now, They cool, but they're definitely not my favorite. Like my old monkey videos are definitely like my favorite. What do you do with the money you make from YouTube and your makeup brand? Do you use it on yourself, and if so, what things do you get with it? So the money in the business account, that money is not to be touched at all. But the money I make from YouTube, to be honest, I literally just started spending that money on myself, like treating myself to buy clothes and stuff like that, only because sometimes you should treat yourself, because I deserve it. But I really hate spending money, and I have that mentality where I feel like I'm broke all the time. Like even though I have money in my bank account, I feel like I'm broke because I'm not happy with how my bank account looks. Like I want my bank account to look like $1 million, and once my bank account look like that, then I'll be more than happy. What happened to Travis, and are we going to see more of him? Y'all definitely are going to see more of Travis. I'm definitely going to start bringing him to the channel a lot more because y'all love seeing Travis. I really want to start working on this web series with my auntie. My aunt is such a dope ass writer. So eventually, you know, I am going to start doing web series with Travis and then all the other characters that I created. Definitely stay tuned for a web series coming on my channel. My button is not working with me today. What in the world? But that was it. That was all. If I did not answer your question, I may answer it in part 2 if I decide to do a part 2 of the Q&A. I don't know. But if you guys like this video, definitely give this video a big thumbs up and like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff in y'all already know. It's your girl Holy Tati, and we is out this piece. See you guys.